자, 다음 거 받아볼까요? 이 녀석이죠? 요리 효과나 이런 거 있는 게임은 꽤 많으니까 일본 게임에서 주로 많이 봤던 것 같기도 한데, 근데 어쨌든 뭐 요리든 지속 효과 포션이든 뭐 비슷비슷하니까 그런 게임은 너무 많죠. 울분드.
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself, Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast.
당신과 카르자?
You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
조업 중지?
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osseram laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. Then just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
누가 당신을 임명한 거지?
If Chainscrape is on Karja land, shouldn't a Karja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osseram folk, of course. You think a Karja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
브리슬백. 얘는 사슬가리의 시작?
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, But my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Osram.
브리슬백에 대해서 물어보죠. 얘는 언젠가 한번 처단을 해봐야 될 것 같은데요.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is going to get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle.
브리슬백. 자, 브리슬백이 다운트에 출몰하여 문제를 일으키고 있습니다. 일로 가요? 카르자 심판관과 대화를
Better see what
해보죠.
that Karja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
I'll drink you under the table.
Ah, Savior.
여기구만.
Over here. Savior, thank you for taking the time, and my condolences that you had to endure Ulvun's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
권리 협약이요? 기계 중에 하나인가 봐요. 브리슬백은 이거 뭔지 모르겠네요. 저도 정확히.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
카르자 탓이라고?
How does blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks help Ulvund get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Karja loosed the bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. And with the bristlebacks bringing work in the valley to a halt, Ulvund has plenty of time to pick at barely healed wounds.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
너의 역할은 도대체 뭐죠?
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Now, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
역시 열린 마음에 잡아두군요. 첫 번째 목격에 대해서
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, Maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
그럴 것 같진 않지만 일단은 해결을 해보죠. 채석장 서쪽을 수색해서 브리슬백을 찾아봅시다.
Yes. Something else?
아니 없어. 가볼게.
I need to go.
Of course.
걔는 왜 술집에서 이렇게 일을 보고 있냐? 차라리 자기 방에서 하든가. 지역이 어디인지 일단 한번 볼까요? 퀘스트 브리슬백 이거를 활성화했네요 지금. 여기네. 목적은 여기입니다. 저 메인은 여기고 근데 여기부터 가야겠네요 일단은. 목적지를 지나서.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
이거 투기장 같은 건가 본데? 이따가 다시 한번 오겠습니다. 여기를 나가야지 탈 것을 탈 수 있나 보죠?
Hey, Savior! We could use your help with these bristlebacks running amok.
헤매지 말고 오라고. 왜?
That bristleback's gonna run him down. Get to safety!
Thank the forge you were here.
Get inside until it's safe.
Don't have to tell me twice.
저게 브리슬백이구나. 왜 갑자기 내리나 했네. 약간 들소 같은 건가요? 산성 브리슬백. 자죠?
I could use shock ammo.
감전을 써보면 좋다는데 감전 없어요. 이거는 그냥 가자. 너무 많다. 그러니까 체력이 이미 거의 다 달아있었죠. 아까 보니까 체력이 없던데. 결국에 이 퀘스트 마지막에 브리슬백을 없애는 걸 텐데 지금 초장에 나오자마자 없애는 거는 좀 어울리지 않죠? 나중에 제대로 붙게 될
Looks
겁니다.
like some sort of
Hey girl,
quarry.
stay back. It's too dangerous.
왜? 벨나? 이름까지 있어요?
You picked the wrong tape of sightseeing.
앞에 뭐가 있나요? 아이고. 뭐야 이거? 이 앞으로는 못 가게 막아놨네? 이 옆으로 가야 돼요. 옆으로 가면 되지. 벌써부터 빠르게 할 필요 없습니다. 풍경 좋아요. 풍경 좋아요. 여기는 사람 사는 곳이 아닌가 보죠? 시설은 있는데 기기들만 가득하네.
Javad said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry. I should see if there's anything in the back of the valley. And it's full of bristlebacks.
브리슬백이 많군요. 안 되겠어요. 일단은 약간 무서워 보이니까 돌아가겠어요. 저쪽 계곡에. 아이고 좋아.
Falls. Gotta check it out.
멧돼지 뼈가 귀한 거구나. 맛 좋은 고기. 맛 좋은 고기 좋은데? 살펴보죠.
Looks like it died on impact. Maybe it charged off the cliff up there. I better keep following the trail up.
흔적을 따라가라고? 잡을 순 있는데 이거 위로 올라갈 수 있나요? 이거 제가 볼 때 이거 여기는 아닌 것 같아. 아무리 생각해도 저긴 아니에요. 이쪽으로.
Stuff for the stash.
보관함으로 알아서 가는 거 좋네. 어떻게 보관함으로 알아서 보내는지는 모르겠지만 저 뒤쪽에 채석장인가요?
And a lot of broken trees. It's like a stampede went through. Is this where the bristlebacks came from? But how? Unless this cave leads out of the Daunt.
다운트가 어디지? 이건 먹어지지가 않네. 갈라진 바위.
The old cart tracks collapsed. It looks recent.
최근 일 같아?
Guess I'm not going that way.
일단 이쪽으로는 갈 수 없습니다.
There's smoke from deeper in the mine. An explosion?
저기 하나 있네요. 뭐가 이렇게 올라오지 이거? 뭐가 떨어지나?
Bristlebacks. So they did come through here. They must have gotten trapped. I'm gonna have to take them out before I can look around.
숨어 있어야 돼요. 일단은 좀 볼까요? 산성 브리슬백.
Could trigger an explosion with an acid.
산성 화살을 쓸 수 있죠? 아, 지금 왜 올라와? 무은 공격! 그래서 하나는 잡았고, 야, 나머지 하나가 문제예요. 나머지 하나가 문제예요. 잠깐만. 이런 지금은 안 돼. 그냥 때려 잡겠습니다. 뭐 없잖아. 냉기 슬링. 필요 없어. 열고 뭘 하라고? 탁구 치는 용기 활성화. 치명적인 위력.
Okay. Gotta take a look at where the smoke's coming from.
오, 기술 포인트 올랐어. 2개나 올랐어요. 아, 나는 저거 아직 기술을 이해를 못하겠네. 이게 일단 뭐냐면은 치명타는 말고 공명기 폭발, 이게 중요한데 근접 공격으로 적을 간격하여 창의 에너지를 축적. 완전히 충전되면 R2를 누르래요. 아까 그게 된 건가? 어딘가에? 붙은 것 같긴 한데. 무슨 연기가 자꾸 들어오죠?
There's a lot of smoke. Looks like the mine runs pretty far back.
아까 맨 처음에 잡은 놈, 그 녀석은 아이템을 안 먹었던 것 같아요. 먹었을까? 역시.
There's a lot of blaze down there. Pack's full, but my stash has room. There's enough
의자.
blaze there to blast a mountain open. And there's a note on one of the barrels.
뭔가 남겨놨죠?
This note's addressed to Olvend. Looks like this mine was supposed to be shut down. Olvend must have gotten greedy. Kept blasting deeper into the mountain. I should let Javad know what I found.
계속해서 파드니까 저 녀석들이 연결돼서 이쪽으로 왔나보다. 동굴이 뭐 연결됐다든가. 떨어지면 죽는 거겠죠, 이거? 나가야 돼요. 나가야 돼요.
So Olvend was secretly blasting in the mine, trying to squeeze it for all it's worth. Until Bristleback stampeded through.
아우,
The explosions blew a way open, but from where?
내가 여기서 왔다고?
A dead Bristleback down there? The cart tracks must have given way under it.
어떻게 올라가죠? 자, 어떻게 올라갑니까? 올라가는 게 아니고 이 앞에 길이 있나요? 여기 있구나. 됐어. 진실을 알아냈습니다. 이제 돌아가면 되죠. 자, 빠른 이동을 하고 싶은데 빠른 이동을 하려면 이쪽까지 가야 돼요. 여기는 뭐야? 온 김에 한번 가볼까? 이리 와. 가보겠습니다. 여기도 또 올라가서 뭔가 얻을 수 있다거나 그런 게 있을 거예요. 여기 뭔가 공간이 있는 게 심상치 않은데?
Useful for making dyes.
가자, 가자. 가자, 애물레. 오, 뭐야 이거? 뭐죠?
Vigilant. Our path will be revealed. We need only wait and have faith. Please, leave us alone. We have nothing for you.
이쪽으로 뭐 갈 수 없는 건가 봐요. 뭔가 내가 할 수 있는 게 없나 본데? 뭐 하는 곳일까 여기는? 아예 넘어가지질 않아요. 이 정도는 원래 잘 넘어갔는데 못 가게 막아놨나 봐. 뭔지 모르겠다. 여기는 갈 수 없나 봅니다. 여기랑 요 위에 올라오는 길이 있네. 근데 이쪽 길로 갈 수가 없어.
Where these people are, I guess they want to be left alone.
그러게요. 방해받고 싶지 않나 봅니다. 지금 뭘 타고 갈 수도 없는 것 같아요. 이거 낙사 데미지가 있나 모르겠네. 있나? 낙사 하나요 이거? 낙사 안 하면 그냥 막 내려가면 되긴 하는데. 오, 방금 뭐가 있었어.
Stay back, you'll get killed. Get out of there.
황량한 빛. 자, 여기에 모닥불이 있었군요. 자, 여기서 돌아가죠. 술집이 어디더라? 이거 돌아왔어.
Savior, what news do you bring?
Picked up the bristleback trail by the quarry. Looks like they stampeded out of a mine at the back of the valley.
The mine? How could a herd of bristlebacks come from there?
I'm not sure, but Ulvin's workers were using explosives to tap the tunnels inside.
For the love of Dawn, I told him it wasn't worth the risk. Those tunnels, they run for miles underground, even beyond the Daunt. No, you don't think...
That Ulvin's blasting opened up a passage from the other side?
Perhaps. Yes, perhaps. If this is true, we need confirmation. An inquiry. So thorough, so irrefutable, endorsed by the Savior.
All right, I'll keep looking.
그만 가볼게.
I need to go.
Of course.
자, 브리슬백 중단 중이에요. 회담을 완료할 때까지 중단된 상태입니다. 일단은 일촉즉발 이걸 가질 거.
If I'm gonna find out where the bristlebacks came from, I need to head further west.
회담이 열리게 해야 돼요.
Get the embassy going?
더 서쪽으로 가야 한다고 하네요. 원래는 여기서 그 여자가 제가 누군지 기억 안 나지만 나를 아주 반갑게 맞이해줬던 그 여자가 있었는데 어디에 간 건지 기억도 안 나네요. 어디 안쪽에 있던데. 이쪽 말고 하여튼 저 게임하는 쪽에. 여기.
Aloy, change your mind about that brew?
No one wants to play strike.
Come
No?
for that beer after all,
Anyone.
eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table! Ah, don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
브리슬백?
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt.
You're a pig. Blasted things, those bristlebacks. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Ulvund was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks and the Daunt help Ulvund?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Ulvund has taken to blaming the Karja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
About that, I think the bristlebacks came out of Ulvund's old mine.
Now there's a spark that could light a fire. Can you prove it?
I'm working on it.
By the forge. Grab my ear if you nail it down.
이게 대화가 퀘스트를 했냐 아니냐에 따라서 바뀌나 보다. 저 마지막 대화는 이 퀘스트를 해야 알 수 있었던 거였죠. 무슨 일로 왔어?
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
울분드?
So about Ulvund.
Around here, everything's about Olvund.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
협약?
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Ulvund?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvund has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
가야 해. 즐거웠어.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
이제 되죠? 나갑시다. 나가서 이제 메인을 해야 돼요. 하기 전에 기술 한번 찍고 저장하고
Know what we need?
기술 2개를 찍을 수가 있습니다. 요거를 좀 잘 하고 싶은데 아직 정확하게 어떻게 되는지 모르겠네요. 공명기 폭발 플러스 근접 공격 데미지, 공중 배기 도약? 이거 좋은데? 이거를 어떻게 근데 쓰는 거지? 그냥 하다 보면 알아서 나가나? 일단 요거 배우겠어요. 좋았어요. 와, 여기서부터는 2드네 기술에. 무기 기술이며 오각형 모양으로 쉽게 알아볼 수 있대요. 해당 종류의 모든 무기에 대해 강력하고도 새로운 공격을 해제합니다. 무기 기술은 무기 스태미나를 소진하며 이는 시간이 지나면 회복한대요. 근거리 기폭 사격? 나는 이 무음 공격 플러스. 무음 공격 그나마 좀 쓰니까. 기계 부품과 약점에 가하는 데미지가 높아집니다. 이것도 좋네. 부품 파괴자.
Proper survey of the battle.
어쨌든 저장.